using the Galaxy S25 for 10 months now, and here's my updated review. Using this phone for 10 months, this is where you get to really see how the phone lasts in the long run. I'm going to walk you through how it is like to travel with this phone, a typical battery life, plus some app cleanup tips as well. A normal day, if I'm at home, I have this phone on max battery saving mode, so it is just going to hit 80% and not beyond that. And I like it that way because it's better to preserve the battery in the long run. It's never a good idea to charge your phone up to 100% and then leave it charged forever. Let's say you do it overnight, which what most people do. I mean, it's not gonna be the end of the world, but if you plan to keep these phones for 7 years, which is how long the software support is for, you might as well protect the battery life in the long run. So on a normal day, that is how I usually have it, and at 80%, it usually only lasts me 8 hours a day. So literally every hour I lose 10%. And so pro tip, when you're traveling, turn off the battery saving mode. I know it's nice to have, and I have it on a daily basis, but you're traveling, you're gonna need all the juice you can get just between bouncing between tunnels, sitting on the airplane. It's just draining battery even faster than you expect. And when you're on the road, you actually use your phone more, whether listening to music, watching videos. So do yourself a favor and turn off battery saving on the battery saving mode if you are traveling. So yeah, even at 100%, I know it's only gonna last me 10 hours of battery life, unfortunately. So make sure you bring a portable battery charger with you if you're traveling. So I left my house at 7 a.m. in the morning, and by 11 a.m. I'm already on the flight. My phone's already down to 30% because when I got to the airport, it is already at 80%. And me at the airport, I guess I am using my phone, browsing. I have YouTube playing in the background, and I got my Ray-Ban Meta as a headphones. So just light usage, it is draining super fast. And on my way to the airport, I was actually in the Uber for an hour and a half. And luckily they have a charger in the Uber, so I was able to top it up to 80%. So if I did not do that, I think my phone would have been dead by 11 o'clock, to be honest. I'm not really sure what's happening at the between the airport, the airplane. When the plane finally takes off, when you turn on airplane mode, it does help with the battery life a little bit, but between now and then, you're kind of just draining battery very fast. So like I mentioned earlier, always bring a battery pack with you. For me, I actually did pack it, but it was so small and portable, I couldn't find it. I had trouble finding my battery pack for like half the trip. And I was sitting in the aisle seat. The guy next to me is in the middle seat. We have a shared charger. He used the charger first, and I was like, oh crap, no, I'm gonna spend the rest of my flight at 30%. So I definitely had a lot of battery anxiety. Luckily, eventually I found my battery pack. I got one of those battery pack off Amazon. Well, first of all, I got the MagSafe, well, I guess G2 charger. That's what they call it for Android, but it's basically the MagSafe technology that Apple started it. So I have a case that support G2 wireless charging because Samsung does not support in the phone itself. You have to get a case for it, which I'm okay with it since I plan to keep this phone for the long run. I don't mind putting in the case. So I did get a MagSafe compatible battery pack. And in theory, it's nice. It's like less wire. You can just slap it to the back of the phone. It is wirelessly charging, but it is pretty slow. It does make the phone kind of warm, so just keep that in mind. If you really want to top up your phone quickly, I would recommend using a wire. But if you're traveling, you're fumbling with all these things, getting in and out of the airplane in a cramped space, I try to be as minimal as possible, less wires hanging around as possible. So that's why I went with the wireless charging route. Yeah, so always bring a portable battery pack, because you think having a charging brick, and even a USB cable will be enough to save you. Sometimes there's no TV, which was my case. There's no TV, no charging. They do have an electric outlet, but it was already taken by the guy next to me. And then halfway through the flight, he was already sleeping. I didn't want to wake him up just to charge my phone for my personal problem. So do yourself a favor and bring a portable battery pack if you have the Galaxy S25. Especially the small version, it got the smallest batteries, so not the greatest battery life. But I still like the portability factor. I don't like holding the Ultra phone. It is big and bulky. But small phone is the way to go for me. And I never really considered myself as a power user. I'm not actively gaming and have my phone on max brightness and do all that crazy stuff throughout the day. I just use my phone like a normal person. I go to work, I have a kid, I watch the kid, I have YouTube playing in the background, I have music playing through the speaker. That does tend to kill the battery pretty quickly. But I'm a pretty busy guy, so I don't really have a lot of time to really go and tinker with my phone a lot these days. But I did go into the apps and realize I had over 200 apps installed. And I guess this by default does make me a power user. Because even all these apps you have on the phone, regardless if you use them or not, even if they are in deep sleep, they are taking up battery, they're taking up resources, they are draining, even if it's like 1%, 0.5%, a milli%, if that's even a thing. So every single app you have on your phone is gonna drain the battery life even quicker. I noticed that when I used to test a lot of new phones every 30 days, I get a brand new phone, the battery life is incredible. It lasts a day, it lasts 2 days, but the longer you keep the phone and the more apps you have on it, it does really kill the battery. So it's gonna take me a lot of work and effort to go through and uninstall all these old apps. But I don't really mind charging my phone whenever I need it. It's not the end of the world. So keep that in mind if you're trying to improve your battery life. Uninstall more apps, I guess. I mean, there's a bunch of battery saving tips you can do. You can turn off always on display, turn down your brightness. But you know, we pay so much for these phones. I just want to use it in the way that it's meant to be used. I want to use it to its full capability. If I have to turn off all these features, what's the point of me getting these expensive phones? So I always like to have all the features on, and then I guess if I ever have time, I'll uninstall the apps. If not, I'll charge my phone. It's not the end of the world. But more of the story, bring a charger, bring a portable battery pack. And bonus tip, I have a love-hate relationship with T-Mobile, but it is nice every now and then you hop on a flight like United Airlines. T-Mobile does offer free internet, so that's pretty nice to see. It lasts up to 2 hours, and nice little perk there. I don't book flights based on whether I'm gonna get internet on the airplane or not. If I do have it, it's nice. If I don't, it's not the end of the world. And since I have a lot of downtime at the airport, I finally decided to uninstall some apps and kind of manage my apps that way. Just sort it by things you don't really use and start from the bottom. And I even found this Weibo app for investment that I haven't logged in a while. If you just have like cash underneath your bed or in your bank account, you got some extra cash laying around, definitely invest it, because if it's sitting there, you're not getting interest on it. So might as well put them to good use, because you put them into these S&P 500 and just leave it there for a while, it's guaranteed to go at least up 8% every single year. I mean, there's gonna be up years, there's gonna be down years, but dime in hand, just hold it, leave it there until you retire, and then you'll be surprised how much money you make later on in life. If you're interested, just feel free to check out my Weibo link below. If not, it's fine. I'm not an active user or anything like that, but figure drop some investment tips in here for you guys in my phone review videos. Life does kind of catch up to you when you have kids and all these things, and it makes it a lot. The time is a lot different. I don't want to use that as an excuse, but I want to keep providing value to the world, keep doing different reviews. Somewhere along the way, I lost my passion for switching my phones every single month, because they don't change that much from month to month, and you don't really get an accurate view. Like I mentioned earlier, you getting a brand new phone is gonna have great battery life for the first week, the first month, depending what apps you use, your usage style. People say all day battery life, 2 days battery life. That really depends on how you use your phone. If you have 200 apps and you have your phone at max brightness, it's gonna die quickly. And you have nothing on your phone, you're just looking at the time, it will last you a day or two. So I'll keep posting and appreciate the time and see you guys in the next video.